Thanking the men that helped me coach. They all had a lot of stuff going on, but they all found time to give time where they could, and we needed every bit of it. James Stone, Marcel Clay, O.D. Sledge, Jovi is here, and my right-hand man, Coach Dre Wilkerson. Guys, thanks for everything. It wouldn't have been possible without you. I want to give a big thanks to the parents because, you know, I know y'all come out to cheer y'all kids, but it was a special kind of energy in the air this year that pushed us, you know, when times got tough. And even when it went bad, the support was endless. So parents, we always gonna need that. And as a coach and kids on the team, we appreciate it a lot. Pringle, our commissioner, Andrea Jackson, our team mom, probably the most important people with what we got going on. All the behind the scenes stuff they do, keep this ship rolling. It wouldn't be possible without you. So thanks to you guys. I was trying to come up with a word that could describe this season for the whole program, and I couldn't really come up with anything. But the word that kept coming back to me was amazing. Like everything that went on with this program this year, from all the football teams and the cheerleaders, just watching, not even as a coach, but just as a fan spectator, it was all amazing. Watching the 11U team beat one of the new super teams added to the league, I think it was the Akron Bears in the game to go to the Super Bowl, that was amazing. Watching Rob team, 9U Panthers, him and Rick, the 9U team, scratch and claw all year. And last game of the season, they had to play Cleveland Heights, and that was the game to get into the Super Bowl, and they were winning that game. Like that was amazing to watch. And just being able to witness firsthand the 7U Panthers just go through the journey that they went through, just from 5, 6, and 7-year-olds, pretty much babies. You know, if you can't watch one of our practices, it look like a zoo sometimes. But just to watch them go from where they started to where they finished was amazing. And this 2019 season actually didn't start in 2019. It's a funny story. It actually started 2 years ago. My son Leon Jackson plays for the 9U Panthers, but 2 years ago on the sports plane, he was playing basketball. And it was a kid on his team who was tackling players playing basketball. And I'm talking about like a level of aggression that I've never seen on the basketball court, especially at 5, 6, 7 years old. And I talked to his mom and I said, he didn't play football last year. And she gave me something like, oh, he's a basketball player, I don't know about football, blah, 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 blah. And then I talked to her a little more, she said, I'll bring him next year. And that player actually ended up being Joshua Stoudemire, number 33, believe it or not. Then later on that year, our 2018 season started, and we had a really good team. We finished one game short of the Super Bowl. But more importantly than that was the group of 6-year-olds that I had on my team that were coming back to play next year. Like all of them played an important role, and I could tell by where they were at a 6-year-old that with their growth and development, that the 2019 season, the sky's the limit. And those players were Amari Merritt, Marcel Clay, Jalen G, Jaden Gorby, Zamir Black, Seven Bayah, and Josh Stoudemire. That year of experience they got from that 18 season was everything coming into this season. So the 18 season ends, we lose in the playoffs, but I got all these kids coming back, so the future's bright. And last year after the season, I ran to another parent whose son had left the program for a year, and I talked to her for a couple minutes, and she said, yeah, next year we're gonna come back. I'm like, there you go, another piece to the puzzle. We don't need him, he'll fit in fine, because he played with us before, then left the year after, then he came back this year, and that player happened to be Logan Robinson. Where's Logan at? So then the 19th season rolls around, and I show up to practice a week late because I was coaching baseball. And I get to practice, and there's like 6 kids there. So I'm like, oh, this ain't looking good. So The first person I ran into that practice was a kid's granddad, and he asked me how I was doing. And I said, I'm great now that you and your grandson's here, and that was 7 Bay Yard. So now it's all coming together. Then the 19th season rolled around, and we're doing good. Scrimmage games go really well. The start of the regular season goes really well. And the moment that defined our season was a trip we had to make to Canton versus the undefeated new super team added to the league. We lost the game. It was hard fought, last minute, they scored on us. But coming into the game, and after the game, I told these guys this, two things were gonna happen in this game. Either one, we were gonna win, and now we know we were ready to compete for a Super Bowl, or two, which happened, we lost, and now we know what to do to prepare to get ready to win the Super Bowl. So even though we lost, I think it was really important because we learned a lot of lessons that game. So we finished the regular season. And standing our way on the run, it almost lined up perfectly imperfect. Because we started from the fifth seed in order to get what we wanted to get. Without us knowing at the time, we would have to go through 3 of the 7-year-old super teams. First up was Garfield, and I think they had combined with another team in Shaker to form their team. We managed to win that game. And then we played our arch rival Akron, game to go to the Super Bowl. And it was a moment in that game where we were up early, and one of the players turned to me and said, "Coach, we definitely going to the Super Bowl." And I just looked at him and said, "Get back in your spot. We ain't got time for that." But in my mind, I'm thinking that's the confidence we need, because he believes in himself and he believes in his teammates just for what we've done in one quarter. So we end up winning the Akron game, and lo and behold, waiting for us in the championship is East Cleveland, another one of the super teams. I keep calling these things super teams, and they don't even allow 5 and 6 years on their team. It's just 7, plain and simple. And probably was the best game I've ever been a part of. The first drive of the game, I can't remember exactly how, but we ended up on literally the 1-inch line. And yeah, we dug our way out of that. It was actually the punt and go back and forth. We had a bunch of fumbles. But the kids the parents from because it was going bad, and all I heard was cheers from the parents. I've never heard anything like it in my life. It was amazing. And I'm telling you, they willed us. So all the way to the fourth quarter, we get a long touchdown run, we get the extra point, and minute left, we're good. Not so much. Some of you teams don't pass a whole lot, but this team managed to get off like an 80-yard pass on us. And the football guards were still with us because one kid on our team ran faster than anybody's ever ran in the era of 7U football and actually caught him on the 2-yard line. Saved the day once again. And then last play of the game, one of the most important pieces was our middle linebacker, Zavier Black. This was his first game all season, played middle linebacker because we had to switch some things up for what they did, and he controlled the game from the middle the entire time. And of course, the last play of the game, he got a tackle, forced a fumble, and recovered the fumble to end the game. So I'm a defense first guy, so that always touches me when you can win a game like that with defense. So without me knowing at the time, this long journey, this tough schedule, super teams we had to play Garfield, super teams had to play Akron and East Cleveland to get to where we got. But after the game, what I didn't realize at the time, but what I realize now was we had 7 Bay Yard, our Batman. We had Logan Robinson, our Captain America. We had Zavier Black, our Black Panther. And we had Joshua Stoudemire, our Superman. So we were the super team the entire time, and it took us to the last game of the season to get out of it. All right, with that being said, song. And I'm gonna start with my captains. These guys carried us, all their experience, all their wisdom as 7-year-olds. And they said, get on our back and we're gonna ride you as far as we can ride you. And they did that the entire season. So the first up is our captains, Jaden Gorby. 7 Mayon.
Yeah.
Josh Stoudemire. Zamir Black.
All right, so now I'm gonna yell a little louder. Hopefully everybody in the back can hear me. And our other captain, Logan Robinson. Where's Josh at? Okay.
Check.
All right.
Okay, now we're back. These next group of guys are our core guys, our dirty white guys, dirty work guys, the guys in the trenches.
Really? Whoops.
Dirty work, hard workers. First up is Omari Barrett. Come on down. Bryce Stone. Come on down. Marcel Clay. Dwayne Jones. And Jalen Gardner.
Yeah.
Now this the next group I'm gonna call. You'll be seeing them a lot next year with our 7U. I'm gonna call them 7U's future stars. Because all these guys were first-year players or 6 years old and came in with big impact this year and helped the team with everything we did. And first up with the future stars is Cordier Hill. Next we got Caden Netters. Next we got Brian Bradford, we call him June. Next, Sayer Johnson. Next is Cleonte Moore. And last from this group is Cameron Baker. This next couple I'm gonna call is the babies of the group. Our little 5-year-olds who even when they went out there, outsized, out-muscled, they still gave it everything they got.
Never out muscle. Never out muscle.
That's Xavier Owens and Javier Osborne. Now, this last person I'm gonna call was literally our final piece to the puzzle. He didn't show up until I think it was week 2, like right before the deadline, before the last players could get on the team. And he came in and filled the hole, the one hole that was left on our team, and that was a little bit of extra muscle in the middle of the defensive line. And he turned out to be one of the best defensive linemen in the whole entire league. And that's Artemis Herndon. We got a couple, we don't have any Scholastic Awards, but we do got some MVP trophies. Tell me where my priorities is at, right? First up is going to be the Defensive MVP Award. That was one of my main goals of the season, is be a defensive-oriented team for this group of 7-year-olds. And from start to finish, practice and in the games, this player set the tone. And not only did he set the tone defensively, but he was more important in our team than that, because he was the one player on our team that had to make a real sacrifice. Like, he was good enough to play quarterback or good enough to play running back. But at 7U, our center is as important as any of those spots, because we got to get the ball off. And he never complained about it one bit. And that's our defensive player of the year, 7-Day Yacht. And this next award was probably the easiest one. Our captain's captain led the team from start to finish, ran a bunch of touchdowns, made a bunch of blocks, did whatever his team needed him to do, especially on the offensive end. And that's our captain, our quarterback, Logan Robinson. All right, this next guy we got, he was special in a different kind of way. He did it all. Set the tone at practice hard. Defense, he was a tackling machine. He scored touchdowns on defense. Offense, he was a blocking running machine, scored a bunch of touchdowns on offense as well. So this is kind of like, I couldn't give him one because he did so much on both sides of the ball, including sealing the deal for the Super Bowl. And that's our co-defensive / co-offensive MVP, Zamir Black. And this last award, literally no words have to be said. He's one of those special football players that come along every once in a while. We see him every, couple years in this program. But on top of that, he was just a really good kid. Like a really good kid, really good football player. It's nothing more you can ask from. Every time we needed a saving play, he was there. Every time we needed a long touchdown, he was there. Every time we needed a long tackle, he was there. He was always there. And everybody in the league knew him and came up to me and asked me about him. And that's not only our MVP, the whole North Coast Youth Football Conference League MVP, Joshua Steinmeier.
He got to get one.
All right. And that's it. So one more big round of applause for your 2019